2 years ago, I was close to burnout and facing some of the same problems I had encountered when I first started my business. I had built a course teaching people how to pass the drone license exam and start a career in the drone industry, and it was growing exponentially. In fact, I was enrolling hundreds of new students each month, but there was a lull in the overall growth of the business, and I didn't know why. At the time, I was working long days just trying to keep the momentum going. I was extremely unhappy and felt like there was a constant war on my time and focus. Financially, it was everything I had ever wanted when I first started my business, but for some reason, I felt like I was hitting a ceiling on what I was personally capable of. I knew there was more out there that I could be doing, but I just didn't have the energy to bring my new ideas to life. So I decided it would be best if I took a step back from my business. After taking some time off and reflecting, I realized that I was the problem. I was working in my business instead of on my business. Many of you out there are probably facing something similar. You've had some initial traction, but now the stress of running the business is getting in the way of you growing the business. The solution is to automate or outsource the everyday tasks that take up the majority of your time so that you can focus on revenue generating activities. Here are 6 ways to decide if you need to outsource tasks in your business. First, you find yourself repeating the same daily or weekly tasks over and over. The first few hours of my week used to start with an email campaign, a newsletter, creating certificates for my students, designing Canva graphics, and scheduling weekly live Q&A sessions for my students. These were repetitive tasks that took hours to complete and brought in no additional money. Second, you have new ideas but don't have the time or energy to act on those ideas. When I took a step back and really looked at my business, I was so proud of what I had created. There were success stories from countless students with suggestions and feedback inside my community that gave me so many ideas of how I could create new content or expand my audience and build new products. All revenue generating tasks that would allow me to grow the business and reach new customers online. Third, you're not focusing on revenue generating tasks. If the majority of your day is focused on customer support, branding and design, posting on social media, responding to emails, and other low value tasks that keep you busy but don't make you money, then you need to outsource. I fell into that trap and thought just because I was busy, I was focusing on the right tasks. Next, your stress level is rising with your high workload. It's no secret that stress increases when money is tight and you have too much on your plate. It may seem like you're prioritizing the right things, but chances are they're just repetitive tasks that consume time and keep you locked inside your business. Fifth, you don't feel like you're taking advantage of your full potential. I felt this most after a busy day of work where I felt like I got nothing done. It's a cycle that repeats itself day after day unless you have someone to take those tasks off your plate. I know most of you feel like you have so much unused potential and so many creative ideas that you're not acting on. And 6th on our list is you're not technologically savvy enough to run an online business. After doing so much of it by myself for so long, I finally came to the realization that learning new things at a rapid rate is challenging. I needed someone to help me stay organized, and I couldn't be tasked with trying to understand a software like Kajabi when I needed to be focused on my customers. If you're an entrepreneur trying to do all of this yourself, then it may be time to start outsourcing some of these tasks to someone else. When I was close to burnout, I connected with one of my good friends who made me realize how stuck inside my business I actually was. Nothing could run without me, and that was a problem. We identified some of the tasks that I was doing and created a plan to train and outsource them to a virtual assistant. His company, Assistantly, helps course creators and entrepreneurs outsource high-quality offshore talent at and affordable rate. I ended up hiring a part-time virtual assistant who eventually became full-time, and now I recommend this same process to my clients who are in a similar position. Over the past year, we've connected countless clients with Assistantly, and after hiring a virtual team member, we always hear the same things. 1, my stress levels have gone down dramatically. 2, I didn't realize how many of my daily tasks I could outsource to someone else. And 3, I'm so glad I no longer have to be the one to push the buttons behind the scenes. If you want to learn more about how you can hire a high quality virtual assistant for your business, I'll include a link below to get in touch with Assistantly. The process is quick and easy. First, you're going to complete a short questionnaire. Second, you're going to book a strategy call with the Assistantly team. On that call, you'll create a custom job description for the role, and then they'll go out and start finding candidates. And lastly, you're going to interview those candidates and hire for a part-time or a full-time role. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.